no one's property to destroy. It's everyone's responsibility to protect. Good morning to one and all present here. Respected Principal Ma'am, members of the jury, teachers, and my dear friends. Today, I, Shrestha Ghosh of Standard 12A, stand before you to present a speech on the topic, It's Time to Act, Combating Our Climate Crisis. The weather condition prevailing over an area for a longer period of time is known as climate. Climate affects nearly every aspect of our life, starting from food to transport infrastructure. It has a huge effect on our livelihood, health, as well as on our future. The time of intense difficulty or crisis is known as danger. In case of climate, crisis refers to global warming and climatic change along with their impacts. It basically describes the effect of global warming to humanity, to planets, and to Earth's aggressive climatic change mitigation. Some of the negative impacts of climatic change are rising of sea levels, shrinking of mountain glaciers, melting of ice at a faster rate than usual in Antarctica, Greenland, and the Arctic Circle. Recent researches have proved that on an average, the global air temperature near Earth's surface has increased up to 2 Fahrenheit in the past 100 years. Talking about the factors, the one which tops the list is greenhouse effect, the process in which gases of Earth's atmosphere traps the sun's heat. The process makes Earth much warmer than it would be without an atmosphere. Deforestation, which is removal of forests or cutting down trees, also contributes to this effect. Some of the other factors would be burning of fossil fuels, increased farming livestock, volcanic eruptions, and etc. But it is rightly said, where there's a will, there's a way. Similarly, if we desire, we can still change the negative impacts of climatic change. All we need to do is use solar energy as the alternate of non-renewable energy sources, use less plastics, make planting trees not only your hobby but also your habit. Climate is an incredible benefaction, my friend. It's high time we should take a pause from our monotonous lifestyle and come together towards protecting it. Our negligence and procrastination can make it disastrous. Mind it. Thank you.
Good morning to one and all present here. Respected Principal Ma'am, members of judges, and my dear friends. I, Dhruvanand of Class XII is here to represent a declamation on the topic, Environment is the Fountain of Life. My fellow Earthlings, we all are living in a world that is truly magnificent. From the vast ocean to towering mountains, from the lush forest to springing fields, our planet is a tapestry of natural wonders that provide us with all that we need to survive and thrive. But let us not forget, the world we live in is a fragile, and we need to take care of it as we take care of ourselves. The environment is the fountain of life, the source of all that sustains us. It provides us with clean air to breathe, fresh water to drink, and fertile soil to grow our crops. However, the world we are living is a fragile. However, we are currently facing attack from deforestation, pollution, and climate change. And we have been destroying our environment without even thinking about the consequences we are going to face by taking a toll on our health, our well-being, and our future. But it's never too late. Let us all join our hands and make a big impact. Let us all reduce our carbon footprints by using public transport, saving water, and recycling. Thank you.
Good morning to one and all present here. My name is Vidit Purohit and I am going to represent the topic Environment is the Fountain of Life. My fellow beings, I stand before you today with a message that is as old as the earth itself, yet more urgent than ever before. The environment is the fountain of life. It is the source of all resources that sustain us. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, and the shelter that keeps us safe. Yet, we have taken this gift for granted. We have polluted the air with toxic gases and particulate matter. We have polluted the water with chemicals and waste. We have destroyed the natural habitats of countless of species. The consequences of our actions are evident all around us. Deforestation, climate change, biodiversity loss, water scarcity are just few of the challenges that we face today. But we must not lose hope. We can still make a difference. It is not too late to restore our relationship with the environment and to protect the natural system that sustain us, and to ensure that they can continue to do so for generations to come. We can do this by changing our ways, by reducing our carbon footprint, by recycling, and by practicing sustainable ways. We must also recognize that environment is not just a source of resources. It is a source of inspiration, wonder, and beauty. We must preserve its beauty for ourselves and for the generation to come. Let us take a moment to reflect on our relationship with the environment and pledge ourselves towards its protection. Let us also remember that environment is the fountain of life and we must respect it, cherish it, care for it if we are to survive and thrive. Thank you.
Good morning to one and all present here, respected Principal Madam, honorable jury members, supportive teachers, and my dear friends. I am Nishat of Class XII. I'm glad to have this opportunity to speak on the stage on the topic, A Leap Forward Towards Environmental Protection. The greatest threat to our environment is the belief that someone else will save it, by Robert Swan. Do you love nature? Have you ever tried to get close to nature? How do you want your environment to look? Nowadays, we see heap of garbages lying along the road while passing through a highway. Open dumps is the most common method of disposal of waste, as people find it very convenient without much thinking about its consequences. Open trash can also lead to pest or vermin. People burn this waste, which can release to toxic fumes and smokes. Such compounds include carbon dioxide, methane, etc., which are associated with air pollution, which can also lead to severe cases of respiratory disease like asthma, COPD, etc. People also dump this waste illegally into rivers and canals without proper consultation. All these things harms our environment. So, how we are going to protect our environment? How we will bring a change? To protect our environment, we have to take some conservative and important footsteps for its betterment, like segregation of waste. New color-coded of dustbins have been procured, such as blue, green, and yellow. Worming composting. Worming composting is a method that can use waste from kitchens and that can be used in gardens. There is also a 1-minute rule that can be applied by everyone here. We can switch off the electrical appliances when not in use. We can also make paper bags. We can turn off the taps. We can also fix the leak taps. There are many ways. We can also commit to 3 Rs ways, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle to consume less. We can also use reusable things over single use. We can also buy books which are not of use to some people so that we can protect our environment by saving trees. All these small changes will bring a big change in our environment. At last, I want to say, make your every step count. It is not the choice between environment and our economy. It is the choice between prosperity and decline. Thank you so much.
Good morning, respected Principal Ma'am, members of jury, teachers, and my dear friends. I, Bhumi Kumari, stand before you to deliver my speech. And today, I am not addressing you all, but the future generation. So, dear future generation, I think I speak for the rest of us when I say sorry. Sorry we left you as a mess of our planet. Sorry we were too caught up in our own doings. Sorry we listened to people who made excuses to do nothing. I hope you forgive us. For example, I'm guessing you probably know what is Amazon desert, right? Well, you believe it or not, it was once called the Amazon rainforest. with billions and billions of trees and all of them gorgeous. Oh, you don't know much about trees, do you? Well, let me tell you that trees are munificent. And I mean, we literally breathe the air they are creating, cleans up pollution and our carbons, stores and purifies water, gives medicine that cures the diseases, food that feeds us, and shelter which provides shade. Which brings me to a great sorrow. Because most of us today don't even care about tomorrow. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry we put profit over people, greed over need, money over satisfaction, and the rule of gold above the golden rule. I'm sorry we use nature as a credit card with no spending limit. Sorry we poison the ocean so much that you can't even swim in them. But most of all, I'm sorry about our mindset. I'm sorry about our mindset because we have the nerve to call this destruction progress. Hey Fox News, if you don't really think that climate change is a threat, I dare you to interview the thousands of homeless people in Bangladesh. See, while you were in a penthouse nestle, thousands of people lost their house beneath their feet due to the rising sea level. And you said you love the smell of fossil fuels, right? Well, I urge you to talk to the kids of Beijing who are forced to wear pollution masks just to go to school. You see, you can ignore this. But the thing about truth is, it can be ignored, not denied. I repeat, it can be avoided, not denied. Let me suggest, if a farmer sees an unhealthy tree, they don't look at the branches to diagnose it. They look at the roots. So, like that farmer, we must look at the roots and not to the branches of government, not to the branches of politicians, and not to the branches of corporation. We are the roots. We are the foundation. This generation, we must warm our heart and change the climate of our souls and realize that we are not apart from nature. We are a part of nature. Remember my words, we are not apart from nature. We are a part of nature. To betray nature is to betray us, and to save nature is to save us. And whatever you are fighting for, racism, feminism, imperialism, differences, rights, or equality, it won't matter in the least. If we have to save the environment, we have to come together, or we will be equally extinct. Sorry.
Can you buy the color of the sky, the sparkle of water, and the fragrance of flowers? Can you? If not, then let's hear what Chief Seattle has to say. Good morning, respected judges, principal ma'am, teachers, and my dear friends. Today, I'm going to present a famous speech by Native American leader Chief Seattle. It is a heart-rending call to protect Mother Earth. Every part of this soil is sacred. Every hillside, every valley, every plain and grove has been hallowed by some sad or happy event in days long vanished. Our dead never forget this beautiful world that gave them being. They still remember its magnificent mountains, glorious lakes and verdant valleys, and ever yearn in tender, fond affection over the lonely-hearted living. There is no quiet place in man's cities, no place to hear the unfurling of leaves in spring or the rustle of insects' wings. And what is there to life if one cannot hear the mighty cry of the noble eagle or the chirping of birds at dawn? Day and night cannot dwell together, but it matters little where we pass the remnant of our days, because they will not be many. Not a single star of hope remains in the sky, Man treats his mother, the earth, his brother, the sky, the voice of his father's father, the water's murmur, as things to be bought, sold, and plundered. Man's appetite will devour the earth and leave behind only a desert. What legacy then will you leave your children? A desert. Remember, we have not inherited this earth from our ancestors. We have borrowed it from our children, and it is our sacred duty to return this earth to them intact, with the same color of the sky, the same sparkle of water, and the same fragrance of flowers. In the end, just one question remains, a question asked by Hamlet: to be or not to be? The choice is yours, but the answer must come soon. Otherwise, it will be far too late. Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Principal Ma'am, respected jury members, teachers, and my dear fellow mates. I, Yukti of Class XII, is requesting you all that it is time to act combating our climate crisis. The climate crisis is something where the consequences are not local, but they are global. It affects all, particularly the developing nations. The future of our planet and the present well-being of the frontline communities are being sacrificed for short-term economic gain and political expediency. The world is already 1.2 degrees Celsius warmer than the pre-industrial times, and every fraction of a degree counts. Research shows that with 2 degrees Celsius of global warming, we will have more intense droughts, more devastating floods, more wildfires, more storms, etc. Carbon dioxide from automobiles, factories, and power plants are melting the polar ice, which results in increasing water level. Seawater is becoming acidic and hence killing the marine life, which feed almost 1 billion people on this earth. We cry and complain that the prices of the food grains and the crops are rising every day, ignoring the fact that the crops of our Indian farmers are completely destroyed due to extreme rainfall or no rainfall at all. You may say, God has control over all of it. What can we do about it? How can we contribute in reducing this climate crisis? Well, every individual can be a part of climate solution by spreading the word, keeping up the political pressure, reining our own power use, planting trees, focusing more on planet-friendly investments, and many more. Until the sun burns out in 5 billion years, solar power is useful. That means we have 5 billion years worth of electricity and energy waiting for us in the sky. I believe young people are solution to climate crisis because we people are connected like no other generation through internet and social media. Our society needs to stop procrastinating and debating and start acting before it's too late. Now, imagine if we took that level of connectivity of social media and combined it with the credibility of scientific data. That right there is a powerhouse for change. Remember, climate crisis, climate change is a global problem and therefore it should be a global duty. Thus, as quoted by Greta Thunberg, an environmental activist, you are never too small to make a difference. Thank you.
Good morning to one and all present here. Respected Principal Ma'am, Honorable Jury, my respected teachers and my dear friends. Myself, Anish Dhal Tripathi, and I am from Standard 12A. This year, 2023, has arrived with much fervor and anticipation, as we all know. And today, I am going to speak on one of the varied issues and challenges that is faced by the humanity. Today, I am going to speak on about what is happening in our environment. That's right. I would like to enjoin everyone today to have a look on what is happening in our environment. It seems such a plain and simple question, as any one of you may answer it with a straightforward and simple response: disgracing, disgrading, contaminated, in a bad shape. True. Yet, such profound answers need someone to elaborate on these. Development, progression. True. Our world is developing. What are we leaving behind? I ask you, what are we leaving behind? We are developing, that's true. We are moving forward. With times we are adapting ourselves, that is also true. But what are we leaving behind? What is the use of development when there will be no one to use it? Today, my dear fellows have said already everything that I know. So today I am going to just speak on some simple things. I ask you all to take a stroll in the afternoon, in the midday of a hot summer season. What do you feel? The scorching heat of the sun prickling your skin? The hairs on your back standing up? Do you feel knots in your stomach? Do you feel like vomiting? Oh, you will say that this is normal in summer season. If you say that this is normal, if you say that the summers being this hotter and the winters being less colder is normal, then I say that in the last 50 years we have changed what was supposed to be normal. In the last 50 years we have defined, or no, the correct word should be we have redefined what was supposed to be the normal. For this, I would like to introduce a new term to you coined by the scientist, a new norm. A new norm, which means a new normal. According to scientists, the destruction of Mother Earth, the annihilation of nature, is a 7-step process. According to them, at the 5th stage, the human nature and the human ecological system will be extinct. Yeah, that's true. So, would you like to know what is our achievement in the last 50 years? I ask you all to give yourself a pat on the back, because in the last 50 years, we have been away and we have just crossed the 2nd phase and we are in the 3rd phase. And not just in the 3rd phase, we are in the middle of the 3rd phase of the earth destruction. And just in the last 50 years, think of yourself and give yourself some blessings that, wow, what a work you have done. You say that this is normal. If the fossil fuels that we extract from the ground are being burnt away is normal. If the frequent earthquakes are normal. If the new tsunamis and the new floods are normal. If the people losing their lives every day is normal. Then I say that in the last 50 years we have redefined what was supposed to be normal. What are we doing? I ask you, what are we doing? What are we supposed to do? So we are supposed to plant trees. We are supposed to save electricity. I believe that everyone sitting here is mature enough to know what are we supposed to do to save the environment. Then what are you doing? Why are we sitting back? If I say such things such as planting trees, saving electricity, trust me, it will feel so childish that even I can't explain it. We have not destroyed the earth in a single day. Similarly, we cannot save it in a single day. In the last 50 years, the part of the earth that we have destroyed, even if it takes us the next 100 years or the next 200 years, we have to rebuild it. Trust me, we have not this inherited environment from our ancestors. This is the property of our future generations. We don't have the right to destroy it. I just hope that everyone who is listening this has gotten my message through themselves. Today, I would like to leave this stage with a mantra. Resilience is an attitude. Spending time to save Mother Earth is not a cost. It is an necessary investment. Thank you.